Let's take a look at Jitsi for our Toastmasters meeting. The website is meet.jit.c, meet.jit.si. When you go to this website, you can click in. You'll see here that it just randomly puts in weird phrases, and those are meeting links. But you can create your own meeting link. I'm going to do Toastmasters test, and you hit go. Simple as that to create a meeting. Now, if you wanted to do something even easier, then there's another secret to creating a meeting. You don't even have to go to the website. If you just create this URL, meet.jit.c / whatever you want to use, your Toastmasters club name, you can just type in that, you can just create that URL and send that out. You don't even have to go to the website, and that'll just create your meeting. When you go in here, there's going to be a space here where you can create your username. You'll put your profile name. I've used this before, so I just filled mine in automatically. Then hit join meeting, and it looks like my microphone is on already. My camera is not. I'm going to turn on my camera. Hold on a second. Let me try this again. There we go. Now I've got my camera on. All right, and I'm going to invite my friends. At the top it says you are the only one in the meeting. Invite more people. I'm going to click invite more people. There's the link. I can copy the link. It'll also let me choose a different email platform here. My default email, Google, Outlook, or Yahoo, and I can send it through there. But I'm just going to copy the link, and I'm going to email it to my friends who are going to join me here momentarily. So we will see when they hop on the meeting here. Now, some things about this platform that are really cool is it's free. I really like that. And you don't really have much limitation on the members who can join. You can have up to 75 participants, and so you can have quite a few people in here. Here's my friend Joan is joining. And there's Deb. Welcome to the meeting. Hi, Joan. Hi, Deb. How are you?
Good.
Good deal. So I can hear you both. Deb, I see you. Joan, you don't have your camera on. So if you can turn your camera on. There we go. Now I see you. Fantastic. So right now we are in grid view. You can change the view. There are a couple of different options here. We'll take a look at that in a second. But first of all, just when I hover over the image, the video of one of my friends here, it says their name. That's their name that they put into the meeting when they joined. And there are some options here in the top right corner where the three dots are, three vertical dots. I can mute the person, or I can mute everyone else except for this person. I can kick this individual out of the meeting or send them a private message. Let's go ahead and click that, send a private message. So you see the chat box opened up here in the left, and at the bottom it says private message to Joan Chen, because I selected send private message on her video. So I can send this message to her, it goes to her directly, and she got it. I can also send a private message to Deb by clicking on her profile, the three dots, and then send a private message. Now you see down here, this red box changed to Deb Beam. So I can send this to her. Okay, we got a little bit of feedback here.
Let's see if that, nope, that didn't help.
All right, so we've got Deb joining here twice. And it looks like, okay, there we go. You can see this changed to muted. It said mute before, so it would have given me the option to mute her. But now it says she's muted. Muted on this one too. And Joan is not muted. So you can see here it says mute, so that means it would give me the option to mute her. Now we've got Deb on her computer and her phone. That's cool, so she's on here twice. The chat box is going to be helpful, of course, and the fact that we can send private chat messages is helpful, especially if we do voting during the meeting for best speaker, best table topics, anything like that. Then you can send that message directly to the Toastmaster. There, and you can see the responses here. The responses are on the left, my messages are on the right, and since they are private, they're highlighted in red, and there Joan and Deb both responded. I can also select an emoji down here. There's some cool emojis I can do. I can do the thumbs up, and then because I removed the box that says private message down here, but because I'm sending this now, it gives me this confirmation here. Do I want to send this as a private message, or do I intend to send this to the whole group? I'm going to send this to the whole group. So that's pretty cool right there. So then that means that's an extra precaution if you want to send a private message, but you're doing it wrong, so that you're going to send it to the group. That way you can be sure that it goes to the right place. There's the applause, or that's a waving. But that's cool. You got the chat. Now this is to open and close the chat right here. In the bottom left, this little, it looks like a little chat bubble. And when you hover over it, it tells you what it does. So that's to open the chat, close the chat. Right next to that is to share your screen. So that's pretty cool. If you are doing a PowerPoint or anything like that, you can share your screen. It'll ask you which screen do you want to share. I'm going to share screen 2 here. And now you can see my screen. Joan, Deb? Yes? Fantastic. So I'm going to stop that. And this wave, this hand right here, is to raise your hand. Now, when I click this, oh yeah, see, there you go. You see that little box? You might not have seen it because I had something else covering it here, but it said Joan Chen would like to speak. When she hit the wave, she hit the button to raise her hand. This little blue icon popped up in her corner, the corner of her video, and it says she would like to speak. There, she's got her hand raised, and it popped up that little box down there. Hi, Joan.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
How are you?
I'm doing really well. It's been a good day. Now I'm going to click this here to raise and lower my hand, and you see that this pops up in my video too, saying that I would like to speak. That is a little bit hard to see that if you're not looking for it. It's kind of a small icon, and so then it's helpful that it pops up this little window down here that says that someone would like to speak. So if one of you would go ahead and hit the button to raise your hand, then I can see what that looks like on my screen here. There we go, and it says Deb B would like to speak. You see that she has her hand up there. And you have to lower it by clicking the button again. It doesn't just time out and go down. You have to click it again. Here in the center, of course, these are some of your main controls: to mute and unmute yourself, to stop your camera or to start your camera. And right in the center is the button to hang up, to leave the meeting. So make sure that if you're clicking one of the other buttons quickly, that you don't hit the wrong one and hang up from the meeting. But those, the mute, unmute, stop and start your camera, those are some of our most used, of course. Then down here in the bottom right, this is where we can toggle the view of the meeting. So you can see the tile view, or you can change it to just one person. So you can click on who it is that you want to see as the featured image. If you want to see yourself, you can click on yours. You'll see yours is up in the top right. And then that'll bring you up as the featured view there. Let's go back to the tile view. That way we can see everyone. To invite more people, then the button next to that, the little person with the plus sign, that opens up the box here so you can copy the link or send out the email to invite more people. And someone can dial in on the phone too. There's a dial-in number if someone needs to dial in on the phone instead of using the computer. There's a shield right next to that, security options. This is where you can turn on the lobby. It's like the waiting room in Zoom, so that when someone comes into the meeting, they have to be approved by the moderator before they can come all the way into it. You can choose a password, set up the password to also make sure that people don't just automatically just bomb your meeting. And then there's a experimental encryption thing. We're not going to mess with that. all the way in the bottom right, then the 3 vertical dots. There are a variety of different options here. If you click your name, you can change your name, integrate it with calendar. You can see the more options where, for the moderator, everyone would start muted or start hidden. The manage video quality, this shows you the quality of your video. It's on high definition right now for me. But if you have slower reception, a slower signal, you might want to turn that down. You can go full screen. That looks nice. Start live streaming. Now this is cool. You can actually live stream your video directly to YouTube. So if you want to live stream your Toastmasters meeting live on YouTube, or if you're doing a speech competition, a speak-a-thon, maybe even officer training, this could be used for that as well too. So then it's going to be live streamed onto YouTube, and then you'll have, of course, your recording there afterwards. You can record your meeting, so there's the option for that. Share a YouTube video. Let's take a look at this. I can actually take the link of a YouTube video and put that in here and hit share, and this plays the video right through our meeting here.
Mike Carr, blue, blue, Mike Carr. Contestant, are you ready?
It'll tell me that I'm muted here. When the video plays, it automatically mutes me. And this, if you've seen...
Blue. Not just her fingernails and her closed eyelids, but also the hue of her cheek and the curve of her...
Let's go ahead and stop this. But if you saw the World Championship of Public Speaking recently, you'll recognize Mike as the winner there. To remove this video, then I'm going back down to the 3 dots in the corner and stop YouTube video and remove it. But that's a cool feature too. So if you have a little video clip or something like that you want to play during your meeting, you can do that. Blurring your background, I don't recommend that. This is still in beta, it says. And you can see right now my video just froze up. Right there, you can see it's not working quite right. It's all glitchy. So we don't want to mess around with that, especially during the meeting. We've seen that that could possibly entirely freeze someone up, and then they would have to leave the meeting and come back into it. So it's probably best not to mess with that too much just yet. Settings. This is where you can choose your camera and microphone. You can also do your profile and calendar settings. We saw the same thing up here when we clicked my name up in the top. I can mute everyone. Speaker stats. This is kind of cool. I can see how long each person has spoken during the meeting. I've been speaking most of the time in this meeting so far, but you can see how long each person has actually spoken. So that's kind of cool. That could kind of help the timer out in a way. Embed the meeting into a website if you want to do that. View shortcuts. Now these are some shortcut keys. This could be helpful if you want to mute or unmute your microphone quickly. You can just hit M. Stopping or starting your camera quickly, you can hit V. And so those can be helpful if you want to use a few of those. That way you don't have to fumble to try to hit the button. You can just hit one of those quickly. Now let's take a look at something else. So we are all on our computer right now. We see Deb is on her computer in Chrome with one of her videos here, and the other one is on her phone. And you've got an iPhone, Deb, or is it Android? Oh, she's muted. Let me see. Oh, we just lost Deb. Oh no. Well, she'll be joining us here again soon. There she is. She's coming.
Okay, I'm back.
She's back.
I have an iPhone, and I'm also running on Chrome on the Mac. And the first time I joined under Safari. It does not work well with Safari. When a person shares their screen, you cannot see it.
Okay. When a person shares their screen, you cannot see it well on Safari.
Correct.
Okay, so
with
then
Safari.
So there's a little bit of comparison, Safari and Chrome. So we know that it works better in Chrome than in Safari. And it looks like we've got Joan joining us here.
I'm going to my Android phone.
And Joan, Nice. So Joan is on Android. Cool. So Joan is now here on her Android as well. That's cool. So there is an app on your phone that you can use too, and so you can join through the app. So Joan, did you download the app on your Android?
No, I joined by the web page.
Just by the web page? Deb, did you download the app in your iPhone?
Yes, I did download the app.
Okay, you downloaded the app. And so on the app works pretty well. I have the app on my iPhone too, and it works pretty well. Just some of the basic controls that you would expect to find on a video app. So it works really well. So I believe that we covered everything that we really need to go over. Do either of you have anything that you would like to share? Any other points?
And I think that covered all the ones that I have.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, good deal. Well, thank you very much for helping out with this, and I hope that all of you watching this video, if you decide that this is a good platform for you, give it a try. It works out well. There's a lot of flexibility with it, and if you have any questions, I or someone else will be willing to support you. We will have a team in place to help with the transition to the new meeting platforms, and so we'll put you in touch with someone to help with that. Have fun with your Zoom meetings, with your Jitsi meetings. Enjoy.